Hello, dear friends. Welcome back to Help in English channel. Today we continue talking about business English, and our educational session will be dedicated to business vocabulary, namely accounting. If you're involved in business, you know that accounting is a foundation of business overall. But if you're a part of a global business, you might be using some of the most widespread terms on accounting in your day-to-day activity. And that is basically exactly what we are going to have a look at today. Some of the most widespread terms in the area of accounting. So most likely that you have met some of these terms before in your activity. If you haven't, I hope that you will find this session useful. So let's have a look at the first business term in accounting I have prepared. That is assets, activa in Russian. Everything company owns, including cash, accounts receivable, money a company is going to receive, property, and goods. Liabilities, обязательства, everything that a company owes to others, like loans, заем, and mortgages, ипотека. Next one, balance sheet, balance. If you're an experienced accounting, I think you have heard this term before. So a document that records a company's assets and liabilities at a certain moment in time. If we're talking about a public company, it also shows that the shareholders' equity, капитал акционера. I underline that once again, shareholders' equity, капитал акционера. Debit, debit, списание средств. An entry that shows what a company spends. Debits are recorded on the left side of an account. And consequently and logically, we have credit, кредит, an entry that shows how much money a company receives. Credits are recorded on the right side of an account. So we continue and let's have a look further. The next term is double entry, двойная бухгалтерия, an accounting system in which each transaction is recorded as both a credit and a debit, an asset and a liability. Net, чистый, netto, an amount of money that is left after taxes have been paid. And of course, gross, brutto, an amount of money before the taxes are deducted. Most of you probably have heard these two terms, and not only in the area of accounting. Profit, прибыль или доход, the money a business is left with after deducting all the expenses. Please do not confuse the word profit and the word revenue. These are two different terms, and they denote a little bit different things. The word revenue, поступление, доход, the total amount of money a company receives from the services or products it sells. The revenue is higher than the profit because in order to calculate the profit, you need to first see the costs of doing your business. So please mind you that profit and revenue are different things. Next word, next term we're going to have a look at today, средства, capital, средства, капитал. Cash and funds, but also machinery and tangible assets that can contribute to earning more money, like computers, company vehicles, etc. Intangible assets like expertise or reputation are not considered to be capital. I would also like to ask you, my dear friends, to leave the comments to this video. What do we call tangible and what do we call intangible assets? I would really appreciate that. Cash flow, движение денежных средств, money coming in inflows and going out outflows of a company. Payroll, начисление заработной платы, a list of all the company's employees and salaries and their salaries. The word payroll also refers to the total amount of money paid by the company to its employees. Accounts payable, кредиторская задолженность, money that a company owes to other parties, companies or people, called creditors. Accounts payable are considered liabilities. Accounts receivable, дебиторская задолженность, money that a company has to receive for products or services bought by customers or clients, incoming money. Appreciation, дорожание, the increase in the value of a company's assets. Appreciation can be the result of an increase in demand for a product or a service. Please pay attention. If we have the word increase and that's a noun, the stress will be put on the first syllable. But if the word increase denotes the action, it will be the verb So the stress will go to the second syllable. So increase, noun, increase, verb. Next, depreciation, обесценивание, амортизация. The decrease in the value of products or services the company offers. Depreciation can be due to a high supply of similar products or services offered by the competitors. Overhead, накладные расходы, издержки. All the expenses a company needs to pay for, like the costs of advertising, labor bills, and taxes. Accounting period, отчетный период, the time period over which financial statements are produced, usually a year. Owner's equity, акционерный капитал владельца, a part of a company's assets that the owner has. It's calculated as assets minus liabilities. That's already an accounting formula. So owner's equity equals assets minus liabilities. And the last set of terms for today is the following. Financial statements, финансовая ведомость, documents that show the financial situation of the company. They include the balance sheet, the income statement showing revenues and expenses, and statement of cash flows, showing cash flow fluctuations in a certain accounting period. Share, акция, a unit of ownership in a company. The person or an organization that owns shares is entitled to dividends, usually cash, but they also share responsibility if there are losses. Most likely, this responsibility, it will be financial one, basically loss of money. Shareholder, акционер, a person or an organization that owns shares in the company. Shareholders are in the way the owners of the company. Creative accounting, very unusual combination of two words, creative and accounting. Творческая бухгалтерия, an accounting practice that tries to present an improved image of the company's financial situation by highlighting mainly the aspects that are favorable. It's considered to be legal, but often seen as unethical. Okay, next. Income tax, подоходный налог. Money that individuals and companies owe to the government based on the income they make. Value added tax, or VAT, НДС in Russian, a tax that consumers pay on most of the products and services except most food and drugs. Not all the countries have VAT system though. Return on investment, that's a very business oriented term. ROI, прибыль на инвестиции. The profitability ratio of certain investment. The return on investment is calculated as the benefit gained from the investment divided by the cost of the investment. Last but not least, income statement, отчет о доходах, a profit and loss account that is one of the financial statements of the company and shows its revenues and expenses during a particular period. It indicates how the revenues are transformed into a net profit. Okay, let's recap everything we have learned today and try to give the definitions to these terms. I will show you the terms and you, by yourselves, you will give the definitions. So capital, try to think of the definition to this notion. Shareholder, who that person is, who is that? Financial statement, what kind of a document is that? Value added text, what is that? Depreciation. Return on investment, what is the formula? How do we calculate return on investment, ROI? Cash flow, what does it consist of? Liabilities, are these our profits or something else? Creative accounting, what does that mean? Owner's equity, what is the formula for calculating owner's equity? Balance sheet, what kind of a document is that? Overhead, payroll, revenue, what's the difference with the profit? Assets, what is that? Income statement, what kind of a document is that, and what does it consist of? Accounts payable and accounts receivable. Try to give the difference between, try to differentiate and distinguish between these two documents. Okay, well done everybody. That was a great job. From your side, we have learned 60 new terms for, not 60, but 30, excuse me, new terms for today. It's quite a lot. So hopefully you will incorporate all those terms into your active vocabulary. And please don't forget to comment. What do we call intangible and what do we call tangible assets? And please leave your commentaries to this video. Put your likes. Don't forget to subscribe and have a nice day, everybody. Bye-bye.